Hello and welcome to Silver Hills online session. Hope you are safe, secure and comfortable during this lockdown period. We know that in present scenario, we are not able to organize a regular classroom teaching learning environment. Instead, we are going online. Online classes are the future classes and this future classes is right here in Silver Hills. So before moving on to the topic, let me introduce myself. I am Bijin, Faculty of Biology, Silver Hills Higher Secondary School. So let's move directly to the topic. We are going to a new chapter. The name of the chapter, Food Through the Digestive Tract. This chapter is one of the important chapter for the first term examination, which carries a major part of the marks. So please listen carefully and we are going to start the chapter, Food Through the Digestive Tract. In this chapter, we are studying about the process of digestion in detail. In 8th standard, we studied about a process called as metabolism. Metabolism means the sum total of all the constructive process and destructive process in our body. Now we are going to discuss about a destructive process, and the destructive process is digestion. The process of converting complex food materials into simple and absorbable form is called digestion. I repeat. The process of converting complex food materials into simple and absorbable form is called as digestion. The food which is taken into our body are actually macromolecules. Macromolecule means complex molecules. The body will not accept this macromolecule. The body will only accept micromolecules. Micromolecules means simpler particles. So there is a process behind the conversion of macromolecule into micromolecule, and that process is called the digestion. In human beings, there is a digestive system which facilitates the process of digestion. We can broadly classify this digestion into two. One is mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. So let me explain mechanical digestion and chemical digestion in detail. Mechanical digestion is the digestion in which crushing and grinding is involved. Mechanical digestion is a digestion in which crushing and grinding is involved. Let me explain with the help of an example. The food materials we are taken into our mouth. From mouth, the teeth crushes the food materials into simpler particles. That's an example of mechanical digestion. Here, crushing and grinding of the food is involved. The next type of digestion is the chemical digestion. Chemical digestion is a type of digestion in which certain chemical substances are involved. These chemical substances are called as enzymes. So many digestive enzymes are there in our body, and this is the type of digestion in which this chemical substance is enzyme. These enzymes are involved. Such type of digestion is called as chemical digestion. In human beings, there is a digestive system. The digestive system in human beings is actually a complete digestive system. Two types of digestive systems are there. One is incomplete digestive system and complete digestive system. Let me explain this with the help of an example. You already heard about an organism called as hydra. Hydra is a freshwater living microorganism. The type of digestive system in hydra is said to be incomplete. It is incomplete because the food enters into the body of the hydra through one aperture. After the process of digestion, this excretory waste is formed inside the body of the hydra, and that excretory waste is removed through the same aperture in which the food already came to the body of the hydra. Through the same aperture, the excretory waste are also removed. Such type of a digestive system is called as what? Incomplete digestive system. But in the case of human beings, the digestive system is complete. That means the food enters through one aperture and the excretory wastes are removed through another aperture. The food enters through the mouth and the excretory waste is removed through the anus. So, two separate openings for intake of food and the removal of waste materials. So, this type of digestive system is complete digestive system. So, in this picture, you can see the parts of human digestive system. Let me explain the digestive system in detail. In human beings, the digestion starts from mouth. You can see mouth and buccal cavity or mouth cavity. which leads to the pharynx. Pharynx is the common passage for food and air. In pharynx there is a lid called as epiglottis. Pharynx leads to esophagus. Esophagus is also called as food pipe. Esophagus leads to stomach. The total part is also called as alimentary canal, and stomach is the widest part of the alimentary canal. Okay, from esophagus the food moves to stomach. From stomach the food moves to small intestine. The digestion completes in small intestine, and the undigested food waste is forwarded to large intestine. The undigested waste moves through the large intestine accompanied by the absorption of water and minerals from the large intestine, and later the undigested waste is temporarily stored inside a part called as rectum, and the waste is removed through the anus. So these are the important parts of the digestive system. The digestive system starts in mouth. From mouth the food moves to buccal cavity or oral cavity. From there it leads to esophagus, also called as food pipe. From esophagus the food moves to stomach. From stomach to small intestine, from small intestine to large intestine, from large intestine to rectum, and from rectum to anus. So this is the pathway of the food. In between this movement, digestion takes place in various parts. Digestion takes place from mouth, digestion takes place from stomach, digestion completes in small intestine, water absorption, mineral absorption takes place in large intestine. So these are the total process involved in digestion. In human beings, the digestion starts from mouth. The parts of the mouth which helps for digestion are, what is the teeth, tongue, and salivary glands. Teeth helps to crush the food into simpler particles. Salivary glands produces saliva. The saliva contains an enzyme. The name of the enzyme is salivary amylase, which helps in the digestion of starch. In mouth both mechanical and chemical digestion takes place. The teeth crushes the food materials into simpler particles. That's actually what mechanical digestion. And the salivary glands produces saliva. The saliva contains an enzyme called as salivary amylase, which helps in the digestion of starch. That's an example of chemical digestion. So both mechanical and chemical digestion takes place inside the mouth. Tongue helps the food particles to mix properly with the saliva, and also this tongue helps in chewing. The total number of salivary glands in the mouth of human beings is 3 pairs. I repeat, 3 pairs. 3 pairs of salivary glands are there inside the mouth of the human being. That's a very important question. The same question will be there for NEET entrance examination also. So please listen carefully. 3 pairs of salivary glands are there. So these all are the functions of the parts which are there inside the mouth, which helps for digestion. Let's talk about the teeth in detail. In human beings, 2 types of teeth are there. One is the milk teeth and permanent teeth. Milk teeth is also called as deciduous teeth. Milk teeth is also called as deciduous teeth. The first set of teeth developed during the lifetime is the milk teeth. The milk teeth is the first set of teeth developed during the lifetime. Normally this milk teeth erupts at the age of 6 months. The total number of milk teeth is 20. 20 is the total number of milk teeth. Milk teeth is also called as deciduous teeth because milk teeth will fall off. After attaining an age of 6 or 7, the milk teeth will automatically fall off. This milk teeth is being replaced by permanent teeth. So in human beings, in their lifespan, in their lifetime, 2 sets of teeth will develop. One is the milk teeth and another one is the permanent teeth. The total number of teeth in the mouth of an adult healthy human being is 32. The different types of teeth includes incisors, canine, premolars and molar. You already studied about this in your lower classes. Incisors is the type of teeth which helps to cut and bite. Canine helps to cut and tear. Premolar and molar helps in mastication. Mastication means chewing. So these all are the types of teeth in human body. Let me explain once more. Two types of teeth, milk teeth and permanent teeth. The first set of teeth is the milk teeth. Milk teeth is replaced by permanent teeth. Again, four categories are there. Incisors canine, premolars and molar. Incisors helps to cut and canine helps to cut and tear. Premolar and molar helps in mastication. Mastication means chewing. Let's analyze the structure of teeth in detail. In this diagram you can see it's a cross-sectional view of the teeth. The teeth is divided into three distinct regions. The three distinct regions are crown, neck and root. The exposed part of the teeth is called the crown. The exposed part of the teeth is called the crown. The part which is seen above the gum is called as the crown. The part which is seen beneath the gum is termed as root. The part in between the crown and root is the neck. So here the teeth is divided into three distinct zones or three distinct regions: the crown, the neck and the root. The teeth is made by a hardest substance in human body. The hardest substance is the enamel. I repeat, enamel. Very important fact, enamel. Beneath the enamel there is a group of living tissue called as dentine. In this region you can see the region called as pulp. So many blood vessels, blood capillaries are moving through the pulp. So this is an outline about the structure of the teeth. After the intake of food, the teeth helps in the crushing of the food into simpler materials. The salivary glands present in the mouth produces saliva. Saliva contains an enzyme called as salivary amylase, and the salivary amylase is also called as ptyalin. The salivary amylase converts starch into sugar. This statement is very important. Salivary amylase converts starch into sugar. Salivary amylase helps in the partial digestion of starch. The starch is being converted into maltose. Maltose is a sugar. Okay, so that's the digestion inside the mouth. Both mechanical digestion and chemical digestion takes place inside the mouth. From mouth, after digestion in mouth, with the help of the tongue, we will swallow the food. The food moves through the alimentary canal like a wave. The wave-like movement which pushes the food forward through the digestive system, or the wave-like movement which pushes the food through the alimentary canal, this movement is called as peristalsis. I repeat, peristalsis, peristalsis, peristalsis. The wave-like movement which pushes the food forward through the alimentary canal, this wave-like movement is called as the peristalsis. Okay, throughout the alimentary canal the food moves in the form of a wave. That movement is called as the peristalsis. From mouth, the food reaches the stomach. Stomach, the widest part of the digestive system, the widest part of the alimentary canal. Inside stomach there are several glands. There is a group of glands. The group of glands which is seen inside the stomach is called as the gastric glands. These gastric glands produce certain enzymes. All these enzyme produced by this gastric gland is called as the gastric juice. So the stomach, inside the stomach there are a group of glands. The group of glands are called as gastric gland. The gastric gland produces certain enzymes. These enzymes are called as gastric juice. Gastric juices, the components of the gastric juices are pepsin, lipase, hydrochloric acid and mucus. This is very important. The components of the gastric juice are pepsin, it's an enzyme, and gastric lipase, it's also an enzyme. Hydrochloric acid, that's very important. The acid which is produced inside the human body, hydrochloric acid, which has the pH of 2 to 2.5, highly acidic. Hydrochloric acid which is produced inside the stomach, which is highly acidic, along with the mucus. These all are the components of the gastric juice. We already know that the property of the acid, whenever an acid comes in contact with a cell, the acid will destroy the cell. The acid will absorb the water from the cell, it will destroy the cell. So sometimes you have a doubt that already the acid is there inside our body and it is highly acidic. Will this acid damage the tissues of our stomach? The answer is definitely yes. The acid will try to damage the tissues of the stomach, but the membrane of mucus, the mucous membrane protects the tissues of the stomach from the action of all these digestive juices, all these gastric juices. So many chemical reactions are taking place in stomach that we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.